Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, brother.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Okay, good morning, all.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. So, in the first part, we'll discuss about your doubts related to this motion under gravity.
Sir, level 2 19.
Level 2,
And
19.
20 also.
Okay. So, in question number 19, it is given that water drops fall from tap onto the floor 5 meter below at a regular interval of time. First drop strikes the floor when the fifth drop begins to fall. The height at which the third drop will be from ground at the instant when the first drop strikes the ground is. So this question, that is a little bit difficult to understand. So we'll represent it like if there is any question that you read it and if you're unable to understand what that question is, it is better to draw a diagram for it. So over here it is given that water drops fall from a tap on the floor 5 meter below at a regular interval of time. So we can just consider that tap is over here or water is falling from here with an initial velocity that is equal to 0 and ground is at a distance of, let's say, 5 meter. Now the first drop strikes the floor when the fifth drop begins to fall. So we can just consider that when the first drop is striking over here and then the fifth drop is just uh, going to like start from here. So this, let's say this one is the first drop which already reached over here, and second one is over here, and third one is over here, fourth one is over here, and fifth one is just going to drop. The situation is something like this. Okay. So the end question, it is given that there is a regular interval between each and every drop. मतलब ये जो drop first drop करने के बाद थोड़ा time t के बाद next drop किया है, then again same time t के बाद next drop किया है, like that. So if you are just considering the time gap between each and every drop is t. So ये दोनों के बीच में t का gap है, तो इसके बीच में भी t का gap है, इसके बीच में भी t का gap है, इसके बीच में भी t का gap. So you can write overall time taken by the first drop to move from its initial position to ground is, we can take it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 4t. So this time taken by the drop to travel a distance of 5 meter is basically 4 times of t, where small letter t is a time interval between each drops. ये समझ में आया क्या बोल रहा है?
Yes, sir.
या तो हमने अज्यूम कर रहा है कि अगर ऐसा सोचो हर एक का बीच में 1 सेकंड का गैप है, तो फर्स्ट वन अगर 4 सेकंड ट्रैवल किया है तो सेकंड वन 3 सेकंड ट्रैवल किया है, थर्ड वन 2 सेकंड ट्रैवल किया है, फोर्थ वन 1 सेकंड ट्रैवल किया है, एंड फिफ्थ वन अभी ड्रॉप कर रहा है. ऐसा सिचुएशन समझा? सो फर्स्ट वन इफ इट इज ट्रैवलिंग अ डिस्टेंस ऑफ 4 सेकंड, तो वी कैन से दैट the each gap between each and every one is nothing but 1 second. So if gap between two drops, if you are considering it as t time t, then the time taken by the first drop or total time travel by the first drop is nothing but 4 times of t. So that's why we are writing t is equal to 4t. So our aim is to find out the height at which the third drop will be from the ground. So ये जो third drop है वो किधर है वो find out करना है at the instant when the first drop strikes the ground. So इस situation में our aim is to find out what about the value of this distance. ठीक है? तो let's say I'm just considering it as something but x. तो x का value find out करना. So first we can find out what about the value of this t, capital letter t. So we can just consider the first drop. इसका initial velocity 0 था, and it is traveling at distance of 5 in downward direction. So we can take it as -5, and acceleration due to gravity is given as -10, and constant is mentioned that it is 10. And our aim is to find out the value of time, that we can take it as something but t. So we can find out the value of time by using that equation, s is equal to ut plus half a t square. So the value of s is something but -5, initial velocity is 0, half into acceleration, you can take it as something but 10 into t square. So acceleration is -10, so you can write -10 into t square. So this negative sign get cancelled. This 5 and 5 get cancelled, so we'll get the value of t square. For over here time we just consider capital letter t. So let's say capital letter t is square is something but 1, or you can write t is equal to plus or minus 1. We'll take the positive value, that is equal to 1 second. So we'll get the value of this t is equal to nothing but 1 second. So 1 second time mein niche aaya. So we already wrote it as t is equal to 4 times of time gap between each and every drop. So the value of t is going to be 1 divided by 4, or you can write there is a gap of 0.25 second, right? So we can observe what about the value of time which is traveled by the third drop. The third drop 2 and 2t distance, 2t time travel kiya hai. So if you are talking about the third drops, so we can write third drop ka initial velocity 0 hai, and iska jo time taken to time travel by that is 2 times of 0.25, which we can take it as 0.5 or 1 by 2. And our aim is to find out the value of distance. We know the value of acceleration. That acceleration we can take it as acceleration due to gravity, which we can take it as -10 because it is in downward direction. So I think you're clear about this 0.5. ये समझ में आया ना why it is 0.5?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now we can find out what about the value of distance traveled by the third drop. So we can use that equation again. S is equal to ut plus half a t square. So distance is s, and u is nothing but 0, initial velocity, acceleration is -10, and time is 1 by 2 का square or 1 divided by 4. So we can write the value of distance traveled by this will be equal to minus 10 divided by 8, or you can take it as minus 5 divided by 4. So which is equal to 1.25. And that negative sign indicates that basically it is moving in downward direction. So we can write the value of this displacement is equal to nothing but minus 1.4525, and minus sign का meaning है वो downward direction में जा रहा था. So in question they are हमने जो find out किया that is the distance traveled by the third drop, but in question they are asking what about the distance of third drop from the ground. तो A find out करना x and A हमने find out किया 1.25, and the total distance is given as nothing but 5. So we can write this x is going to be 5 minus 1.25. So we can write this is equal to nothing but 3.75. So 3.75 is the distance of third drop from the ground. Is it clear?
Sir, level 2 14 question.
Yeah. इसको लिखना है तो लिख दो, ठीक है,
हाँ, sir.
या कुछ पोर्शन आपको इसको जल्दी लिख दो.
Sir,
बोलो बेटा.
sir, can you explain the initial part of this question
Yes.
one more time?
In question, it is given that from a tap, water droplets are falling down at a regular interval. तो एक water droplets fall हो गया, उसके बाद t time के बाद next water droplets fall हो रहा है. उसके बाद t time के बाद next water drop fall हो रहा है, उसके बाद next droplets, ऐसा same time interval t का gap हमने consider किया है. अभी क्वेश्चन में दिया है जो फर्स्ट ड्रॉपलेट्स है जब वो ग्राउंड पे आ गया तो फिफ्थ वन इज जस्ट अबाउट टू लीव द टैप. सो वी आर जस्ट अज्यूमिंग दैट फर्स्ट वन ग्राउंड पे है, सेकंड वन इधर है, थर्ड वन इधर है, फोर्थ वन इधर है और फिफ्थ वन इज जस्ट गोइंग टू मूव फ्रॉम हियर, राइट. नाउ सबके बीच में टाइम गैप सेम है, तो वन ड्रॉप करने के बाद टी टाइम के बाद टू ड्रॉप किया, टू ड्रॉप करने के बाद स्मॉलर टी टाइम के बाद थ्री, देन सेम एज लाइक 4 and 5. सो अगर इसके बीच में जो टाइम गैप अब टी कंसिडर करें तो फर्स्ट ड्रॉपलेट्स इधर से इधर तक मूव करने के लिए जो टाइम है वो गया 1 2 3 4 टी. ये समझ में है?
Yes.
So this
sir.
4t is taken as nothing but the total time taken by the first droplets. तो क्वेश्चन में दिया है फर्स्ट ड्रॉपलेट्स 5 मीटर डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल किया डाउनवर्ड डायरेक्शन में, तो हम लोग ये t का वैल्यू फाइंड आउट कर सकता है. So for the first droplets, we can write उसका initial velocity 0 था and downward direction में 5 मीटर ट्रैवल किया है, acceleration due to gravity downward direction में 10 है and time का वैल्यू हमने t कंसिडर किया है. So by using that equation s is equal to ut plus half at square, we got the value of t which is equal to plus 1. 1 second. तो फर्स्ट ड्रॉपलेट्स अगर 1 सेकेंड लिया है तो हर एक ड्रॉपलेट्स के बीच में जो गैप है वो कितना था 1/4 सेकेंड हो गया, which is 0.25 सेकेंड. Got it? Now in
Yes.
question they are asking what about the distance of third droplets from ground. So आप थर्ड ड्रॉपलेट्स को देखो, तो जो थर्ड ड्रॉपलेट्स है वो कितना डिस्टेंस कितना टाइम ट्रैवल किया है, t and 2t. 2t डिस्टेंस 2t टाइम ट्रैवल किया है. t 0.25, 2t is तो 0.5, तो ये 0.5 सेकेंड ट्रैवल किया है. तो हमने फाइंड आउट किया ये 0.5 सेकेंड में कितना डिस्टेंस ट्रैवल किया है. तो इन 0.5 सेकेंड this one third droplets is traveling at distance which is equal to 1.25. In question they are asking what about the distance from ground. So 1.5 minus 1.25 which is 3.7.
Yes, sir. Understood.
Sir, level 2, 17.
Yeah.
Sir, level 2 14.
Yeah. So take that question number 14. It is given that the distance traveled by a body during the last second of its upward journey is d, and the body is projected with a
अरे कल हो
certain.
गया था
हाँ ये कल मैंने किया था ना. Last second में वो last 1 second में it is going to
Same
travel the
distance.
same distance. So it will travel d.
13th question.
ओके ओके
वो भी कल किया है. कल क्लास में नहीं था क्या?
Sir, 15.
Yeah, 1 minute. So in question number 17, it is given that a body is thrown vertically upward with an initial velocity u, reach a maximum height of 6 seconds. The ratio of distance traveled by the body in the first second to 7th second is. So in question, it is given that assume that an object is projected from here. So let's say an object is projected from here with an initial velocity, let's say that is equal to u, and reach a maximum height in 6 seconds. So assume that after a time of 6 seconds, it reaches the maximum height. So when time is equal to 6 seconds, it reaches a maximum height, then it is going to move in downward direction. Now, our aim is to find out the ratio of distance traveled by the body in the first second to 7th second is. So distance traveled by the body in the first second. So we can go for distance in and distance travel in and the second. So we can go for Sn is equal to u plus a into n minus half, right? And next one we need to find out what about the value of distance traveled in the 7th second. So again, n ka jagah pe aap 7 put karna, the remaining thing will be same. So first we can find out what about the velocity with which it is projected. So if you are taking the initial velocity as nothing but u in upward direction, we'll take it as positive, and time taken is given as nothing but 6, and final velocity when it is reaching the maximum height, this velocity is going to be 0. So I'm taking v is equal to 0, and let's say acceleration is equal to acceleration due to gravity, which we can take it as g. और for calculation purpose आप 10 भी ले सकता है, कुछ भी mention नहीं किया तो आप 10 ले सकता है, or you can write g also. Now we can find out the value of velocity by using that equation. V is equal to u plus at. Final velocity is 0, initial velocity is u, acceleration is minus g because it is in downward direction, and time is given as 6. So we'll get the value of u is equal to nothing but 6g. So we can find out what about the value of distance traveled in the first second. Distance traveled in the first second is, we can take it as 6g minus a is nothing but g and minus g, and acceleration, what time is 1 second, so 1 divided by 2. So this we can take it as nothing but 6g minus g into 1 minus 1 by 2 is 1 by 2. So this can be written as nothing but g into 6 minus 1 by 2. So which we can take it as nothing but 11 divided by 2. So 11g divided by 2 is the value of distance traveled in the first second. Like that, we can find out what about the value of distance traveled in the 7th second. So again, we can use the same equation. S is equal to u, Sn is equal to u plus, u is 6g, acceleration is minus g into 7 minus half. So we can write this is equal to nothing but 6g into 6 minus 7 minus 7 by 2, which we can take it as nothing but 13 by 2. So this we can take it as nothing but 13 divided by 2. So we'll get the value of this one is equal to nothing but g into minus g divided by 2, right? So we can say that this negative g by 2 represents that in the 7th second, it is going to move in downward direction. That's why we are getting displacement as negative, but in question they're asking to find out the ratio of distances. So distance traveled in the first second is 11g divided by 2, and distance traveled in the 7th second is nothing but g divided by 2. So we can find out the ratio of it. So g by 2 and g by 2 get cancelled. We can write they are in the ratio 11:1.
Sir,
Bolo.
सर अगर 6 सेकंड पे वो मैक्सिमम हाइट अचीव कर रहा है
कर
तो
रहा है
7 सेकंड के टाइम नीचे आएगा तो यू तो 0 रहेगा ना फिर।
यू आप 0 अगर लेगा, इट डिपेंड, मैंने बोला ना कि आप कोई भी टाइम के बीच में वो इक्वेशन लिख सकता है। मतलब अगर आप 7th सेकंड में देखेगा तो 0 to 7th सेकंड देखना पड़ेगा ना। अगर आप u का वैल्यू 0 ले सकता है तो टाइम का वैल्यू क्या लेना है?
1 second.
1 सेकंड लेना है,
हाँ
समझा?
हाँ
तो भी आपको सेम ही आंसर ही मिलेगा। अगर आप इधर से 0 से लेके 6 तक ही कैलकुलेशन किया और 6 to 7 आप अलग से 1 सेकंड का कैलकुलेशन कर रहा है तो भी चलेगा। आप करके देखो, s इज इक्वल टू ut, u का वैल्यू 0 आपने लिया, हाफ इंटू g इंटू टी स्क्वायर, t का वैल्यू 1 हो गया, सो विल गेट द आंसर एज नथिंग बट माइनस g बाय 2। सेम ही मिल रहा है ना।
ओके हाँ
तो आप 0 से लेके 7 तक लिखो एक साथ तो भी चलेगा, या 0 to 6 एक करो, 6 to 7 एक करो तो भी चलेगा, कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं। कैन टेक एनी इंटरवल,
ओके सर।
बट u का वैल्यू 0 लेके टाइम का वैल्यू 7 नहीं लेना है बस।
Sir, 16th one. Level 2.
या कोई भी क्वेश्चन कॉपी करने का टाइम चाहिए तो बता देना, ठीक है? और कुछ पार्ट मतलब दिख नहीं रहे तो बता देना।
सर
कौन सा
आपका
क्वेश्चन
आवाज
बोला
नहीं
बेटा?
आ रही।
16.
हाँ
16।
भैया।
Okay. A parachute after bailing out falls 50 meter without friction. Then parachute opens. It decelerates at 2 meter per second square. He reaches the ground with a speed of 3 meter per second. At what height did he bail out? So in this question, basically our aim is to observe a situation related to a person which is jumping with a parachute. A parachute after bailing out falls 50 meter without friction. So मान लो एक particular height h से वो jump किया है, उसके बाद 50 मीटर तक वो without opening that parachute move कर रहा था, and we are neglecting the friction, तो 50 मीटर तक वो move किया है, and take it as its initial velocity is equal to 0, and after traveling 50 meter it will attain some velocity, let's say that is equal to v. When parachute opens it decelerate. उनको पता है कि अगर parachute open हो गया तो it is going to, उसका जो speed है वो कम होते जाएगा। तो let's say after opening this parachute इसका जो deceleration हो रहा है downward direction में या acceleration कर रहा है upward direction में, तो we can say it is moving with an acceleration in upward direction which is 2 meter per second square. So that इसका speed कम होते जाएगा, and he reaches the ground with a speed of 3 meter per second. तो इधर से speed पहले v था, initial velocity ये point में v था, वो decrease करके जब ground पे आ गया तो velocity is going to be 3 meter per second. At what height did he bail out? तो find out करना है ये height का, कहाँ से इसका ये jump किया है। तो let's say that height is equal to h. Our aim is to find out the value of h. तो first we can find out ये distance हमको पता है 50, तो basically ये distance find out करना है, बाकी जो distance वो find out करना है। तो first we can find out the value of velocity over here, मतलब 50 मीटर travel करने के बाद उसका velocity क्या था। So we can go for that equation, v is equal to under root of 2 into g into h, velocity after traveling a distance h. If you don't know directly this equation, we can derive it. Initial velocity is 0. Final velocity, we'll take it as v. Acceleration, we'll take it as minus of g because it is in downward direction, and displacement is given as 50. That is also in downward direction. So that 50, I'm taking it as something but h over here. Now, if you're using that equation, v square minus u square is equal to 2as. So we can write this v square is equal to u square is 0, 2 into g into h. Yeah, we can take it as under root of 2gh. That's why we are getting this equation. Now from this equation, we can find out the value of velocity, which is 2 into g, we can take it as nothing but 10, and h, we can take it as nothing but 50. So we know that it will be equal to nothing but 100 into 1000,
10
so which we can take it as 10
10
root.
root 10.
Yeah. So 10 root 2 is the value of velocity over here. Now it is moving with an acceleration of 2, yeah, deceleration of -2 in downward direction, and its velocity becomes equal to v. So now we can write the relation between these 2 points. इसको आप initial और इसको final consider कर सकते. This is initial point, this is final point. Now in second situation, the value of initial velocity, we got it as 10 root 10. And the value of final velocity, it is given in question as 3. And it's moving with a deceleration of -2. Because acceleration in upward direction, तो downward direction को आप negative ले सकता है, या बाकी को negative लो, इसको positive लो, चलेगा. So means, okay, I'll write it in positive while considering downward as negative, so that you do not get any confusion on that. Okay. तो अगर आप डाउनवर्ड को नेगेटिव लेगा तो u का वैल्यू नेगेटिव लेगा, v का वैल्यू भी नेगेटिव लेगा. एनीवे हम लोग स्क्वायर कर रहे हैं तो it is not going to make any difference on that.
Sir,
Now बोलो.
can you please show the upper part for diagram? Yes, sir.
Now we can find out what about the value of its velocity on distance traveled by this. Let's say it is equal to s. So distance traveled, I'm taking it as s. Now we can go for the relation between u, v, a, and s by using that equation. V square minus u square is equal to 2as. Final velocity, we are taking it as nothing but 3, so it is 9, minus square of this is going to be 1000, is equal to 2 into a is -2 into s. As we can take it as displacement rm is to find out the value for it. Let's say it is equal to s. So we can find out the approximate value for it. Actually, compared to this 1000, 10 is a very small value. So आप उसको 1000 भी ले सकता है. 9 is a very small value. 1000 भी ले सकता है for an approximate calculation. Otherwise, you can say that this will be equal to 991. So 991 divided by 4. So that will give the value of this displacement that we can take it as s. So 991 divided by 4 will get us around 247.75. Now we can find out what about the value of total distance. Total distance is 247.75 plus 850 already travel किया था, तो plus 50. So we can write 247.75 plus 50. So we'll get us 297.75. 297.75. Got it?
But sir, in the answer is given 293.
293.
Yes, sir.
What is the height did he bail out? Okay, they might be, yeah, G का, yeah, they might be taken G as 9.8. That's why. हमने G का value 10 लिया है, इसलिए थोड़ा ज़्यादा value है. They might be taken it as 9.8.
सर अगर एग्जाम में आया तो फिर हम लोग जी की वैल्यू क्या ले, अगर दिखाया नहीं हो तो
10 लेके करो, उसके बाद जो बाजू में जो वैल्यू आएगा उसको आप सिलेक्ट कर लो.
ओके सर.
बिकॉज 10 में लेके कैलकुलेशन करना थोड़ा इजी रहता है. 9.8 तो मल्टीप्लिकेशन डिवीजन और सब में थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम होता है. तो इन जनरल आप 10 लेके ही कर दो, और अब देखना है कि अगर आपको कुछ 250 आंसर आया बट क्वेश्चन में 245 दिया है, तो पता चलता है कि ये मतलब उतना डिफरेंस वो 9.8 की वजह से हो गया, तो नियरेस्ट जो वैल्यू वो सेलेक्ट करेगा.
Sir, please show the upper part of this.
Yeah.
Sir, level 2 23.
Sir, 20 also.
Yeah. हो गया, लिख दिया?
Just a minute, sir.
Yeah.
Done, sir.
Okay. फिफ्टीन में कुछ डाउट है?
हाँ सर।
Yes, sir.
In 15, it is given that a rocket is fired at and ascent with a constant vertical acceleration of 10 meter per second square for 1 minute. Its fuel is exhausted and it's continue as a free particle. The maximum altitude reached by the particle, the maximum altitude reach is. Okay. So over here, it is initially moving in upward direction with some velocity, with some acceleration. So we can just draw the situation. A rocket is fired and ascend with a constant vertical acceleration of 10 meter per second square for 1 minute. So assume that it is starting from this point and it is moving in upward direction with an
Yes.
initial velocity that is equal to 0, but with an acceleration of 10. तो एक्सेलरेट करके मूव कर रहा था बिकॉज उसका फ्यूल बॉर्न होके उसको आगे जाने का एनर्जी दे रहा है, बट 1 मिनट तक ये एक्सेलरेशन करके गया. सो अब व्हेन टाइम इज इक्वल टू वी कैन टेक इट एज 60 सेकंड्स और 1 मिनट, देन इट अटेन सम पर्टिकुलर वेलोसिटी. तो वो वेलोसिटी मान लो v अटेन किया, उसके बाद क्या हो गया, फ्यूल खत्म हो गया, मतलब उसके बाद एक्सेलरेशन नहीं है. इट फ्यूल इज exhausted and it's continuous as a free particle. तो अब ये अचानक रस पे नहीं आएगा बिकॉज इट इज हैविंग सम वेलोसिटी. वो वेलोसिटी से और ऊपर जाएगा, ऊपर जाके एक पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट में और मैक्सिमम हाइट में जाके वेलोसिटी 0 हो जाएगा. तो द मैक्सिमम ऑल्टीट्यूड रीच इज, तो हमको फाइंड आउट करना है ये मैक्सिमम ऑल्टीट्यूड, मतलब जब
सर
वेलोसिटी
u इज
0 हो
इक्वल
गया.
टू प्लस ही होगा ना?
u इज इक्वल टू
u जीरो कैसे रहेगा सर?
it is
ऊपर जाते हो।
projected, it is moving with an initial velocity of 0. 0 velocity से start किया है, उसका इनिशियल वेलोसिटी 0 था और एक्सेलरेट करके ऊपर जा रहा है. समझा? अब रॉकेट का प्रोपल्शन देखा होगा, 0 से स्टार्ट करता है और धीरे धीरे स्पीड बढ़ता है. ठीक है, अगर आपने कुछ ऑब्जेक्ट को ऊपर फेंकेगा तो इनिशियली उसको वेलोसिटी है धीरे धीरे कम होता है. समझा? हमने 50 से प्रोजेक्ट कर रहा है, डिसेलरेट करके 0 हो जा रहा है, वो सिचुएशन अलग है. ये सिचुएशन में उसको कंटिन्यूअसली हम लोग फोर्स एक्सर्ट करवा रहे हैं, मतलब जो एक्सॉस्टेड गैस है वो उसके ऊपर फोर्स एक्सर्ट कर रहा है, सो दैट 0 से वेलोसिटी बढ़ते जा रहा है. ठीक है, प्रोजेक्टेड इन अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन वाला केस नहीं है, उसमें वेलोसिटी कम होते जा रहा है. मैक्सिमम इनिशियली वेलोसिटी ज्यादा था, कम होके 0 पे आता है. इसमें 0 से कम इंक्रीज करके मैक्सिमम वेलोसिटी तक आ गया, उसके बाद वेलोसिटी, उसके बाद वो एक्सेलरेशन 0 हो गया तो वो डिसेलरेट करके फिर 0 पे आ गया. सो अप टू 1 सेकेंड तक एक्सेलरेट कर रहा है, फिर डिसेलरेशन कर रहा है. ऐसा गॉट इट? नाउ वी कैन फाइंड आउट व्हाट अबाउट द वैल्यू ऑफ टोटल हाइट. तो अब हम लोग फाइंड आउट कर सकता है इधर से लेके इधर तक हाइट कितना ट्रैवल किया था. लेट्स से आई एम जस्ट कंसीडरिंग दिस हाइट इज इक्वल टू h1 and from here to maximum height take it as h2. So total height will be equal to h1 plus h2. So first we can find out what about the value of velocity after a time of 10 seconds. We can normally use that equation. In the first situation, initial velocity is equal to 0. Acceleration is plus 10 because it is in downward direction. Sorry, upward direction. Acceleration kar raha. And time taken is given as at 60 seconds. So we can find out the value of velocity. So v is equal to u plus 80. So we can write initial velocity is 0, acceleration is 10, and time is 60. So it is going to attain a velocity that is equal to 600 meter per second. Now, so we can find out what about the value of distance travel. So अब v square minus u square is equal to s use कर सकता है, या s is equal to ut plus half at square भी use कर सकता है. So if you are using that equation, s is equal to ut plus half at square. Initial velocity is nothing but 0, and acceleration is 10, and time taken is nothing but 60 seconds. So we can take it as 3600. So this will be equal to nothing but 5 into 3600. That will be the value of distance traveled by that. Now we can find out what about the value of distance traveled in the second situation. तो इसका वैल्यू आप ले सकता है 953600 into 5 which is 1800. So 18000 is the value of distance traveled, is the value of h1. Like that we can find out what about the value of h2. For h2 we can write the value of initial velocity is 600 in upward direction and final velocity is going to be 0. Acceleration is, now it is moving under the effect of gravity, so acceleration is minus g because it is in downward direction. Now we can find out the value of distance which we are taking as limit h2. So we can go for v square minus u square is equal to 2as. So final, so we can find out the value of s. Final velocity is 0. Initial velocity was
3600.
600 का square. तो 36 into 10 raised to 4 आ जाएगा. Yeah. S equal to 2 into acceleration is minus 10 into displacement is s. So this negative sign get cancelled. We can write this will be equal to 36 into 10 raised to 4 divided by 2 into 10 raised to 2 into 10. तो ये दो cancel हो जाएगा. This is going to be nothing but 18 and 8 10 raised to 3 पे आएगा. So 18 into
Sir, 5
18300. So 5 नहीं है वो ऐसा. तो we can calculate. तो हमने h1 और h2 का वैल्यू मिल गया है which is equal to 18,000. So दोनों ऐड करेगा तो नेट मिलेगा which is equal to 36,000. तो टोटल हाइट होगा h1 plus h2 which is 18,000 plus 18,000 which is 36,000. तो 36,000 meter or we can write 36 kilometer.
Sir, can you
बोलो बेटा.
explain the second part? How did you get h2?
Over here इसका velocity हमने find out किया 600 वो समझ में आया.
Yeah.
And when it is reaching the maximum height, its velocity is going to be 0. Right? And acceleration is minus 10.
But it is moving like a free particle, so it will not accelerate.
Free particle means moving under the effect of gravity. Other than gravity, कुछ force exert नहीं कर रहा. It's not like moving. It's not like there is not. It's moving without the effect of gravity. It is moving only on the effect of gravity. Free falling का meaning है it is moving only under the effect of gravity, not like zero और space से मतलब ऐसा अर्थ के gravitational force से बाहर गया ऐसा कुछ नहीं है.
Okay. Yeah. So
then normal equation v square minus u square is equal to 2as. So we'll get the value of h2 height.
Okay.
तो इसका भी वैल्यू आपको 18,000 मिलेगा. पहले का वैल्यू भी 18,000 था तो दोनों ऐड कर दो तो नेट 36,000 मिलेगा. इसको किलोमीटर में कन्वर्ट, इतना मीटर में हम लोग कैलकुलेट किया, किलोमीटर में कन्वर्ट करें तो 36 किलोमीटर. और
20.
Question number 20, it is given that a boy throws n balls per second at a regular intervals. When the first ball reaches the maximum height, he throws the second one vertically up. The maximum height reached by each ball is. So in this question, it is given that a boy throws n balls per second at a regular intervals. When the first ball reaches a maximum height, so over here take it as it is reaching the maximum height. So a boy throws n balls per second. तो एक सेकेंड में n balls throw कर रहा, तो we can say that दो बॉल के बीच में जो टाइम गैप है, that is going to be nothing but 1 divided by n. ये समझ में आया? n balls per second. अगर 1 सेकेंड में एक बॉल थ्रो करेगा तो 2 बॉल के बीच में टाइम गैप रहेगा 1 सेकेंड. अगर 1 सेकेंड में 2 बॉल को ड्रॉप मतलब प्रोजेक्ट करेगा तो 2 बॉल के बीच में टाइम गैप रहेगा 1/2 0.5 सेकेंड. अगर 4 बॉल 1 सेकेंड में प्रोजेक्ट कर रहा है तो 2 का बीच में 1/4 का गैप रहेगा. ऐसा. तो अगर दिया कि n नंबर ऑफ बॉल्स आर प्रोजेक्टेड इन अ टाइम ऑफ 1 सेकेंड, तो एक बॉल प्रोजेक्ट करने के बाद 1/n सेकेंड के बाद नेक्स्ट बॉल ड्रॉप की प्रोजेक्ट किया. ऐसा. When the first ball is reached the maximum height, he throws the second one vertically up. तो फर्स्ट वन इधर तक आ गया, मतलब फर्स्ट वन ट्रैवल किया है ए डिस्टेंस ऑफ 1/n सेकेंड, तभी सेकेंड वन इधर से स्टार्ट कर रहा है, मतलब a0 हो गया या 1/n हो गया. When the first ball reaches the maximum height, he throws the second one vertically up. The maximum height reached by each ball is. तो बेसिकली हमको फाइंड आउट करना है ये हाइट का वैल्यू क्या है इन टर्म्स ऑफ दिस n और g फाइंड आउट करना है. So initial velocity we don't know. We'll just take it as something but u equation. Take it as u, and we know the value of time taken to reach the maximum height. That we know that 1/n. We know the value of acceleration, that is minus g, because it is in downward direction, and rm is to find out the value of displacement over here. So we can use the equation s is equal to ut plus half at square, right? We can go for s is equal to ut plus half at square. So s is equal to u is u, time is 1/n, plus acceleration is minus g into t square. T square we can take it as nothing but 1/n. 1/n ka square, so 1/n square. So this will be the value of displacement, u divided by n minus g divided by 2n square. Okay, and option में u का टर्म नहीं दिया है तो u का वैल्यू भी फाइंड आउट करना. तो अब दो एक और इक्वेशन लिखे, u का वैल्यू फाइंड आउट करो n का टर्म में. कैन यूज दैट इक्वेशन, v is equal to u plus at. फाइनल वेलोसिटी मैक्सिमम हाइट में क्या होगा, 0 हो जाएगा. इनिशियल वेलोसिटी u कंसीडर किया, एक्सेलरेशन g होगा और माइनस g होगा, एंड टाइम इज नथिंग बट 1/n. तो so u will be equal to g divided by n. So we can put the value of this u over here. So displacement will be equal to g divided by n square minus g divided by 2n square. तब g by n square को कॉमन लेगा तो क्या आएगा, 1 minus 1/2 आएगा, which is equal to 1/2 only. So the final answer is g divided by 2n square. Got it?
सर
बोलो.
आपने s is equal to u upon n को, अच्छा सॉरी सर, समझा.
u का टर्म आंसर नहीं दिया है तो एक और इक्वेशन लिख के u इन टर्म्स ऑफ g और n में लिखा है, उसको सब्स्टिट्यूट कर दिया.
यस सर.
So how is it g divided by n square? Square कहाँ से आया?
t स्क्वायर था ना बेटा,
Um,
t स्क्वायर है ना इधर. हाफ इंटू a is g, t is 1/n. 1/n का स्क्वायर, 1/n स्क्वायर ना.
yeah, okay.
अब लिखना तो लिख दो. क्या अलार्म रख के सो रहे क्या? और बोलो.
Level 3 10th.
Sir, 22 question in level 2.
21 also.
Yeah. When it is given that a body is thrown vertically upward from a point A 125 meter above the ground it goes to a maximum height of 150 meter above the ground and passes through A on its downward journey. The velocity of body when it is at a height of 70 meter above the ground is. So here, first we'll try to understand what this question is. So here it is given that a body is thrown vertically upward from a point A. Assume that this one is the point A from where an object is projected. And A is 125 meter above the ground. So we can say that, or we can represent that this A is not on the ground. It is at a distance of 125 from the ground, above the ground. It goes up to a maximum height of 250 meter. तो हमने इधर से project किया है with an initial velocity, let's say u, so that it is able to move up to a height of 250 meter with respect to ground. Okay. तो
सर ये भी 125 रहेगा ना?
हाँ, तो ये कहाँ से प्रोजेक्ट किया, उधर से देखे तो 125 हो गया, ग्राउंड से देखे तो 250 हो गया. तो इधर आके वेलोसिटी क्या हो गया, इसका 0 हो गया. देन वो नीचे आ रहा है and 250 above the ground and passes through A on its downward journey. वापस सेम पाथ से ही वापस आएगा, तो फिर से ये ऐसे पास होगा. आई एम जस्ट रिप्रेजेंटिंग इट ऑन राइट साइड. सो फिर से नीचे आ रहा है, तो नीचे जब जाएगा तभी भी पॉइंट ए से वो पास होगा. The velocity of body when it is at a height of 70 meter above the ground is. तो जब 70 meter above the ground आ गया, मतलब A point पे आ गया, which is at a distance of 70 meter from the ground, then above the ground, then our aim is to find out the velocity. Okay. So first we can find out what about the value of लोग चाहिए तो ये दोनों situation को directly लिख सकता है, so that we can find out the value of velocity over here. Because ये maximum height में हमको पता है कि इसका velocity 0 है ना, तो आप इसको initial ले लो, velocity 0 हो गया, and when it is reaching over here इसको आप final ले लो, तो velocity v हो गया, and acceleration due to gravity हमको पता है, and distance is ground से देखे तो 70 है, तो we can write 125 ground से देखे तो वो distance क्या होगा, 250 था maximum height के लिए, minus 70, तो इसको आप 180 ले सकते हैं. So we can write this distance is going to be 180. Okay. तो आप इसको initial condition और इसको final condition करके equation लिखो. So we know that value of initial velocity is equal to 0 and distance traveled is minus 180 because it is in downward direction. Acceleration is minus 10 because that is also in downward direction, and Rm is to find out the value of velocity over here. So we can use that equation, v square minus u square is equal to 2as. तो v square का value find out करना है, initial and u square is 0 is equal to 2 into acceleration is minus 10 into s is 180.
60.
Yeah, so we can write this v square is equal to, ये हो जाएगा 36 into 100. So we can find out the value of v will be equal to 6 into 10, yeah, 60. Got it?
23 also.
If you want to write down this.
Sir, what is
please.
that med?
बोलो.
MED med क्या है?
जो मेडिकल का एग्जाम का 2013 का क्वेश्चन है करके.
Sir, question 22.
Yeah. And question number 22, it is given that a body is released from the top of a tower of height h meter. After 2 seconds, it is stopped and then instantaneously released. मतलब just उसको रुका है, फिर छोड़ दिया है. What will be its height after next 2 seconds? So we'll try to understand what this question is, it is given that a body is released from the top of a tower. तो मान लो one object is dropped from here so that इसका initial velocity 0 था, अभी downward direction में acceleration करके move कर रहा है and ये drop किया था from a particular height of h. And after 2 seconds it stopped. So is speed increase करके आ रहा था, तो after a time of 2 seconds इसको अचानक हमने stop कर दिया. Okay. After 2 seconds it stopped and then instantaneously released. मतलब stop किया तो वापस क्या होगा, इसका velocity 0 हो गया when time is 2 seconds. Okay. Then again it is moving in downward directions. What will be its height after next 2 seconds? तो मतलब next 2 seconds के बाद वो इधर तक आ गया. Means when time is equal to इधर से देखे तो 2 seconds या total time देखे तो 4 seconds. So our aim is to find out what will be its height after 2 seconds. So we can find out what about the value of this distance, which is going to be h minus this total distance. So let's say first it is traveling a distance x. Then also it is going to repeat the same thing. So this is again going to travel a distance x. So we can write this distance is going to be h minus 2x. So we can find out the value of x over here. Initial velocity is 0. Acceleration is minus over here. Acceleration is given in terms of like कुछ mention नहीं किया तो आप 10 ले लो. So let's say acceleration is 10 and time is nothing but 2 seconds. So we can use that equation. S is equal to ut plus half at square. So x is equal to initial velocity 0, half into minus 10 into t square. T square is nothing but 4. So this will be equal to minus 20. Minus 20 means 20 in downward direction. So first 2 seconds में 20 travel करेगा, next 2 seconds में भी 20 travel करेगा because फिर से वो 0 से start कर रहा. So we can write this distance will be equal to total h minus 40. Got it?
So 23 also.
Next one, take that question number 23. It is given that a ball dropped from the 9th stair of a multi-story building reached the ground in 3 seconds. In the first second of its free fall, it passes through n stairs, then n is equal to.
Sir, 3 रहेगा.
So in this question, it is given that a ball is dropped from the 9th stair of a multi-story building, reached the ground in 3 seconds. So assume that one stair is having a height of h, so it is dropped from a height of 9h. So let's say this initial velocity is equal to 0. It is reaching time in a time of 3 seconds. In the first seconds of its free fall, so when t is equal to 0 to t is equal to 1 second, it passes n stairs. So let's say it is traveling a distance which is equal to x, which is given that n number of stairs, where the value of n is equal to. So first we can find out what about the value of this height of each stair, because initial velocity is equal to nothing but 0. Time taken to reach the ground is nothing but 3. Acceleration, you can take it as minus g or 10. Let's say I'm taking it as minus g. And displacement is equal to nothing but 9h, where h is the height of one stair. So we can find out what about the value of height of one stair. If you are using that equation, s is equal to ut plus half at square. So displacement is nothing but minus 9h because it is in downward direction. Initial velocity is 0, so half into acceleration is minus g into t square, which we can take it as 9. So this 9 and this 9 and this negative sign get cancelled. So we'll get the value of h is equal to g divided by 2. Now we can find out what about the value of distance traveled in 1 second. From 0 to 1 second, kitna distance travel kiya? So we can use that equation again. S is equal to ut plus half at square. So we'll get us this distance is equal to initial velocity. We can take it as 0, half into g into 1. So this will be equal to g by 2. तो एक स्टेयर का हाइट g by 2 था, तो अभी एक स्टेयर ही वो ट्रैवल किया है, तो क्वेश्चन में दिया कि n नंबर ऑफ स्टेयर्स ट्रैवल किया है, तो n will be equal to nothing but 1. Got it?
Sir, please explain this again. I'm not getting it. Like, how is it coming 1?
ये समझ में आया? h is equal to g by 2.
Yeah.
ये समझ में आया? s is equal to g by 2.
नहीं.
This is the distance traveled by the object in 1 second. क्वेश्चन में क्या दिया है? 0 to 1 second में वो n number of stairs travel किया करके दिया है.
हाँ.
तो t का वैल्यू मैंने 1 पुट किया, तो s का वैल्यू क्या मिला? g by 2 मिला.
हाँ.
एक स्टेयर का हाइट g by 2 है.
ओके.
तो नंबर ऑफ स्टेयर्स कितना कंप्लीट किया है? 1 ही कंप्लीट किया ना. अगर आपको
पहले
s का
सेकंड में
वैल्यू
ना सर,
आपको अगर फर्स्ट सेकंड, तो आपको अगर आंसर g मिलेगा तो वी कैन से दैट 2 स्टेयर्स कवर किया है. 3g by 2 मिले तो 3 स्टेयर्स कवर किया है. 2g मिले तो 4 स्टेयर्स कवर किया है. ऐसा.
Okay.
Because this is equal to n number of stairs into height of 1 stair. तो n का वैल्यू क्या आएगा? 1 आएगा. ऐसा.
थैंक यू सर.
Sir,
बोलो.
sir, last question दिखाओ ना sir. 20 second.
पता नहीं किधर.
Sir, can you show the stairs question?
Okay.
Sir, I didn't understand the last part in this question.
Over here, distance traveled in the ये क्या है? ये पता है क्या? What is this?
Sir, till h is equals to g by 2, I understood. After this, yeah, that one.
तो distance traveled in the first second is g by 2. In question में दिया है distance traveled in the first second is n times of height of 1 stair. So this is equal to n into h. ये समझा?
Okay.
h का वैल्यू हमने ऑलरेडी फाइंड आउट किया है g by 2.
Yeah.
So this g by 2 and this g by 2 get cancelled. So the value of n is going to be 1.
Okay.
और बोलो.
Level 310.
Sir, level 3 fifth also.
It is given that friction of air causes vertical retardation equal to 10% of acceleration due to gravity. Take g is equal to 10 meter per second square. The maximum height and the time to reach the maximum height will decrease by how much percentage? Okay. So over there, over here we are considering that frictional force, matlab air resistance is also affecting. Because of that air resistance, friction of air causes a vertical retardation which is equal to 10% of acceleration due to gravity.
मतलब 1.
Yeah, मतलब 9 पहले 10 का था तो 1 का retardation वो create कर रहा है समझ. So we can say that the time taken, the maximum height attained and reach and maximum height, the maximum height and the time to reach the maximum height will decrease by what factor?
10 minus.
So we can say take it as if it is projected an object in upward direction with a velocity u and it is reaching over here, then its velocity becomes equal to 0. So that its maximum height attained by this one is taken as h. So normally we'll use that equation v square minus u square is equal to 2 into a into s. So final velocity is 0, initial velocity is u square, acceleration is minus 2g into h. So we can write the value of h will be equal to u square divided by 2g. That is a relation. Now over here, we are not going to change the value of u. We are going to change the value of g. So manlo, without considering friction, the value of h is going to be u square divided by 2g.
20.
Yeah, 2g या g का value अगर आप 10 ले रहा है, तो we can take it as okay into 10 ले लो, तो we can take it as u square divided by 20 मिल रहा था. Okay, without considering that friction. Now with considering friction, air causes a vertical retardation equal to 10% of acceleration due to gravity. The acceleration due to gravity 10 लिया है तो 10% of that is 1. तो actual acceleration क्या हो जाएगा अभी upward direction में 9 हो जाएगा. तो मान लो now the acceleration becomes a का जो value है that we should take it as 9 मतलब minus 9 instead of minus 10.
A net है ना ऊपर की तरफ, ऊपर की डायरेक्शन में.
Downward direction.
हाँ sorry.
So we can write the value of h is going to be u square divided by 2 into 9 लिखेगा हम लोग. So the value of h is going to be u square divided by 18 आएगा. इसको आप h dash मान लो. So they are asking the percentage change. मतलब कितना h का वैल्यू में क्या चेंज हो गया. तो परसेंटेज चेंज हम लोग कैसे कैलकुलेट करता है. चेंज कोई भी टर्म में अगर परसेंटेज चेंज कैलकुलेट करना है, परसेंटेज चेंज इन x इज चेंज इन वैल्यू ऑफ x. x का वैल्यू में क्या चेंज हो रहा है डिवाइडेड बाय व्हाट इज द एक्चुअल वैल्यू और व्हाट अबाउट द इनिशियल वैल्यू ऑफ x इनटू 100. दैट विल गिव द वैल्यू ऑफ परसेंटेज चेंज इन वैल्यू ऑफ दैट. मतलब चेंज हम लोग नॉर्मली कैलकुलेट करते हैं फाइनल माइनस इनिशियल. तो फाइनल वैल्यू था u स्क्वायर बाय 18 माइनस initial value था u square divided by 20. So final minus initial will get the value of change divided by actual value. Actual value कितना था u square by 18 into 100. That will give the percentage change in value of height. समझ में बात. तो अब ये u square लेके cancel कर सकता है. So we can write this will be equal to 20 minus 18, which is 2 divided by 18 into 20 divided by 1 by 18. So we can write into 18 into 100, this much percentage. So we can cancel this and this. So this will be equal to, we can write this will be equal to 5 into 2, which is equal to 10%. Got it? Same as like that, आप time का भी value find out करना, उसका भी equation हमको पता है. When it is reaching the maximum height, velocity is going to be 0. So if you are using that equation, v is equal to u plus at. तो क्या मिलेगा बोलो.
सर upon u square by 20 आएगा.
नहीं we should go for initial divided by initial value. Initial yes u square yes u square by 20 आएगा. Initial value 18 नहीं था, initial value 20 था. Yes, u square by 20. Yes. तो this becomes क्या आएगा इसका value 20 cancel हो जाएगा. तो 2 into 18 into 20 yeah into 20 आएगा ऊपर into 100. Yeah, so we can cancel this. So it'll be equal to 200 divided by 18. 200 by 18 means क्या होगा 11.111 ऐसा आ जाएगा 200 by 18. So 11.11% या 11% का change होगा. Got it? Same as like that, you can find out the value of time also. Time के लिए relation क्या होगा? T is equal to U divided by G होगा. Here also we can find out initially without considering this, it is going to be U divided by 10. Now finally with considering this G, it becomes U divided by 9. So here also we can find out percentage change in time, which is final value U divided by 9 minus initial value U divided by 10 divided by initial value U divided by 10 into 100. So 9 minus 10 minus 9, 1 divided by 10 into 1 divided by 10 into 9 into 10 into 100. So we can write this will be equal to 100 divided by 9. इसका भी approximately वो value पे 11.11 में आएगा और 11% का change होगा. Okay. आगे का भी क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर दो. जो भी डाउट है we'll discuss in next class.
इसका आंसर 9% और 9% दिया है पर.
क्या बेटा?
इसका आंसर 9% और 9% दिया है दोनों.
9% दिया है.
हाँ.
Change in percentage पूछा ना. Maximum height attained by to reach the maximum height will be the maximum height and the time to reach the maximum height will be decreased by. So vertical retardation equal to 10%. Okay. मतलब ये upward direction में जा रहा है तो they consider that acceleration due to gravity की वजह से 10 है और air resistance की वजह से 1 है तो पूरा मिला के 11 हो गया. 9 नहीं 11 हो गया. Particle ऊपर जा रहा था ना तो air resistance is going to act in downward direction. So air resistance की वजह से acceleration due to gravity की वजह से 10 था और air resistance की वजह से 1 है तो पूरा मिला के 11 हो गया. तो हमने जो 9 कंसीडर किया उसको 11 कंसीडर करो.
Okay.
अगर वो डाउनवर्ड डायरेक्शन में आ रहा था तो एयर रेजिस्टेंस अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन में होगा तो वी कैन राइट नेट एक्सेलरेशन 9 होगा. बट ये अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन में प्रोजेक्ट किया है द मैक्सिमम हाइट एंड टाइम टेकन टू रीच द मैक्सिमम हाइट तो अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन में जा रहा है तो 1 का फर्क हो गया बट वो डाउनवर्ड डायरेक्शन में ही एक्ट कर रहा है तो आप जी का वैल्यू 11 ले लो. मैं जो 9 लिया ना उसको 11
22 आ जाएगा.
या
So फिर वो 11 लेके सॉल्व करने सारे.
11 लेके सॉल्व कर.
हाँ.
तो h का वैल्यू पे मतलब ये जो वैल्यू है इसको 11 लेना पड़ेगा तो दिस इज गोइंग टू बी u स्क्वायर डिवाइडेड बाय 22 हो जाएगा. दैट्स ओनली वन डिफरेंस. तो क्या होगा u स्क्वायर डिवाइडेड बाय 22 माइनस u स्क्वायर डिवाइडेड बाय 20 डिवाइडेड बाय u स्क्वायर डिवाइडेड बाय 20 इनटू 100 आ जाएगा है ना. सेम टाइम का केस में भी वही यूज करो तो ये हो जाएगा 20 माइनस 22 दैट इज 2 डिवाइडेड बाय 22 इनटू 20 मतलब -2 पे आएगा. उसका मतलब है कि कम हो रहा है इनटू 20 इनटू 100 तो वी कैन कैंसिल दिस. तो दिस विल बी इक्वल टू 200 माइनस 200 डिवाइडेड बाय 22 तो 9 पॉइंट के आसपास आएगा. 200 divided by 22 means 9.09 minus 9.09 मतलब उतना कम हो गया. मतलब पहले कितना हाइट तक जा रहा था उतना हाइट तक नहीं जाएगा 9% कम ही आएगा. पहले अगर 100 मीटर तक जा सकता था अभी 91 तक जाएगा ऐसा. Got it?
Yes sir.
Yeah. वो टाइम का भी कर दो. We'll discuss in next class.